I was being the deputy governor in the central bank. My career, it seems like more towards the financial sector. There's a lot of potential synergies that I can come up with Ethera Business consultancy services. The services that I can help to assist the international players to set up business over here. The functions that we are trying to provide is to making sure that all these documents are ready and up to date. All their legal environments are up to date. This is where Ethera Business can help our clients by informing the local regulatory environments and the business setups, what are their requirements. So this will assist them to save a lot of time.
Welcome to another episode of Ethera Business, where we guide entrepreneurs and investors to expand beyond borders. At Ethera Business, we believe that successful international growth requires more than just ambition. It takes strategic planning, regulatory understanding, and the right partners by your side. Today, we are joined by someone who has served as the Deputy Governor of Maldives Monetary Authority, the country's central bank. With over 2 decades of experience in central banking, financial policy, and regulatory leadership, he now brings his expertise to Ethera Business advisory team, helping businesses expand beyond borders with clarity, compliance, and confidence. Joining us today, Mr. Ahmad Imad, Senior Consultant, Regulatory Strategy and Funding Advisory at Ethera Business. Mr. Imad, welcome to Ethera Business.
Thank you.
Can you briefly share your professional journey and background with us?
My career is entirely central banking. So since after the high school, so I joined the central bank, Maldives Monetary Authority. I've done a little bit of work on the non-bank financial institutions supervision work as well. So later on, the most of my career lies with the economic research areas. And the later part, I was being the deputy governor in the central bank. My career, it seems like more towards the financial sector and the developments of financial sector areas and the regulatory oversight of these financial sector.
So, what inspired you to join hands with Ethera Business as a consultant in regulatory strategy and funding advisory?
Ethera Business is more towards providing the consultancy services to the external business environments. So I feel like I have a potential to take part in this journey and I can contribute this to the Ethera Business services that they are planned in their business strategies and their vision statements. I have confidence that I can provide those regulatory environments within the Maldives, those who are externally coming for investment opportunities within this jurisdiction. So I see there's a lot of potential synergies that I can come up with Ethera Business consultancy services. When I go through the Ethera Business, their business strategies and their vision statements, there is a potential opportunities that I can help and contribute to their business consultancy services to the global enterprises. I'm having a lot of, experience, I would say, in terms of the regulatory environment. And then we also have done a lot of works in terms of creating an enabling environment for the business entry in terms of easing regulatory constraints. So helping the investors by knowing these kind of the regulatory environment within our jurisdictions, I see a lot of synergies that can come up with by being a part of the Ethera Business.
So, how do you see yourself adding value to the services provided Ethera Business and its clients?
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, I have experience in these regulatory environments and working in financial sector. So the services that I can help to assist the international players to set up business over here, and in terms of the regulatory compliance, in terms of how they could raise funds, how they could manage their funds in a regulatory compliant manner. So I see there's a lot of ways that I can contribute to Ethera Business in terms of providing these kind of advisory service to Ethera Business customers.
What are some key regulatory challenges that businesses would face when setting up internationally?
I think the most important part for international players when they're coming to the investment front in many jurisdictions, the common areas or the most emphasized that the investor would look for is the regulatory environment within the jurisdictions. So Ethera Business seems like where we could help the investors by providing adequate information on the regulatory regimes if they need any kind of licensing for financing businesses or any other businesses, all the approvals and those licensing requirements. So we as a Ethera Business will be able to provide those adequate information, so that will speed up the entire process, and the setup can be done with confidence, and the investor confidence can be boosted with our help by providing these adequate informations. I think our team has that kind of expertise within locals and external the environment as well. So that's the strength, I would say.
What are the biggest mistakes businesses make when looking to raise finances?
Most of the businesses too much focus on the pitch or providing information about their ideas before they approach to the banks. So it's important to have more emphasis on their legal structures, their bookkeepings, and providing the adequate information that is required for the banks. So these are things that most of the business environments where they don't much focus on before they went for financing arrangements. So that is where I think Ethera Business is having an edge to help these investors.
How can Ethera Business, with your support, help businesses overcome these funding challenges?
Well, I think when we start, I think the functions that we are trying to provide with Ethera Business Consultants is to making sure that all these documents are ready and up to date. All their legal environments are up to date. All the business plans, viability, and all those assessments can be done before they approach the bank. That is where Ethera Business is trying to help all these fronts where the business require the professional guidance on this. So this is how we could assist these international investors.
When establishing businesses overseas, what are the key factors that businesses should be aware of?
I think the most important part is the regulatory environments. What are their regulatory compliance that needs to be done? And also, when it comes to a business, they also need to know the entire tax regime within the jurisdictions, how it operates. This is where Ethera Business can help our clients by informing the local regulatory environments and the business setups, what are their requirements. So this will assist them to save a lot of time. Otherwise, without knowing these information thoroughly, that will cost their timing, and even by investing more money, which is not necessarily to be there. So to boost or to make it fast and to make it most effective way of investment positioning, I think Ether Business can help our clients by providing this information on the right manner and then make it speed up their process, making sure that their business is compliant with all the local regulatory requirements. So these things where the Ether Business can help our clients, making sure that they are updated with whatever changes in the regulatory regimes within the domestic, and those are relevant to their business operations. So making sure that they are aware of all the regulatory changes within when they do the business in the long term. So before they make any kind of a long-term investment plan, it is very much important to know the regulatory environments and what are the changes that the administration is taking or the government is planning. So these are things that needs to be always up to date, with the business communities. So that is where Ethera Business consultancy services will provide our clients. Those are potentially important aspects when they look for long-term growth.
What is your message to entrepreneurs looking to expand overseas but are unsure where to begin?
I think cross-border investments requires a lot of regulatory permits and regulatory compliances. So before they enter into the market, they should be well aware of the regulatory regimes within that particular jurisdictions. They also need to know what kind of funding opportunities within that particular jurisdictions. They also need to know the real market conditions. Without properly assessing these environments, it seems like the investor might end up with heavy cost, which might not be necessarily to put forward if they seek for professional opinions. So, so my advice to international, the investors seems like they need to be fully aware of the regulatory environments, fully aware of the market conditions. So to to know these things better, I think the most appropriate approach might be to seek for professional advisory services who are well known about these regulatory environments, and they are fully equipped with these kind of information. So seeking their advice will help them to reduce a lot of cost, to speed up their investment opportunity, investment within that particular jurisdictions. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Imad, for sharing your time and your valuable insights with us. It's clear that your leadership experience and policy expertise brings tremendous value to Ethera Business and to all businesses preparing to expand into new markets with confidence. To our viewers, if you're exploring global expansion and want to get it right from day one, stay connected with us at Ethera Business. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more conversations that guide your international journey. Until next time, keep building, keep growing, and get ready to go beyond borders with Ethera Business.